Hey everyone, happy Monday, Runday. Welcome to the channel. So, it's Monday. It's time to go live. We're getting a interesting thunder shower right now. So we have some people waiting in the chat already. We actually had a comment from about an hour, well actually not an hour ago, like 30 minutes ago. Assistant manager of Bombao. Hi Nick, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Slag Cat, hello, hello. Brian Cahill, nice seeing you again. Welcome, welcome. John, what's going on? Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? So, what you guys were seeing, I actually picked up another Baldwin. So last week we had one Baldwin. Now we have four in total in the collection. Now, well, I have three engines sitting here. So, yeah, Nathan Five Chimes. So I picked them up this weekend at a train show that I honestly was just going there to hang out with some friends, but it ended up to be a heck of a score. So that'll be a whole nother video for sure. But I'm actually going to call it the best show score I've ever had, like ever, out of my 20 plus years of train shows. And it was insane. It's the best way I can say it. So we basically were up in Scranton this weekend with a bunch of friends in my adventure circle, and they all love trains as well, so it was awesome. But yeah, I picked up these sharks here. I'm actually do the full screen here. There we go. So yeah, I picked up some sharks this weekend, and those Williams sharks were only $60. So for $60 I got an engine, a B unit, and another, it's a dummy A unit, but the motors in there are it's a dual motor. So it's very, very strong. Sorry, I'm listening to the rain hitting the house. It's pretty scary. Anthony, what's going on? Hello, hello. Bought an HO trolley at the show. Oh, nice. It went up in smoke. Oh, Brian, I'm so sorry. So far, everything I bought at the show is working. There's some stuff I still haven't tested out yet, but I'm going to have to wait for... well, I'll do some testing later for that stuff. But I'm actually going to put out a video on the show haul. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. All the stuff I bought for under my budget. Actually, I bought food at the show, and I was still under budget, which is insane. Raylan, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Brian Rock, hey. Let's see. Randy Jacobs, what's going on, man? How's Georgia? Is it warm yet? Hopefully I'll be in Georgia soon for work training. Sorry, there's like fuzzy thing in front of the camera. Get out of there. But yeah, I might be down there for job training hopefully soon. It'll be awesome. Chuck, what's going on? Monday Runday, I am here. Welcome. Greg T, hey. Engineer Pat, welcome. Yeah, Pat, I missed your live, man. I've been watching the replays on our TV downstairs, but I basically just got home from work. Had enough time to, actually, I did all the thumbnail stuff last night, and I was like, okay, today's the live show. I got to go upstairs and get ready. And then after the live show, I'm going out to the gym, so it's going to be awesome. Railfan Roger, hello. And Roger, thanks for reaching out about the Amtrak derailment in Maryland that stopped the entire Northeast Corridor all weekend. This is insane. Can't believe it. Gus, what's going on? Yeah, great talking to you as well. It's always great hearing from you. No problem, Pat. Yeah, man. I always watch all your guys' stuff. We have a TV downstairs with YouTube. It's a smart TV that acts like a we have a stink bug up here on the wall. I was like, what's that? Like, I saw this little dot moving. It's like, great. All this imported stuff brings in all kinds of creatures from other lands. Oh, man. But yeah, I do watch a lot of your guys' videos. It's just we run them on our TV downstairs, so I'll give a thumbs up or something like that. It's just we can't comment using the TV unless I'm watching the streams or whatever on my phone. So yeah, I try my best, but I do watch a lot of your guys' stuff. It's a great community we have here. Yeah, Roger, I did some field work in Baltimore today, and it was hot. Very hot. Yeah, smart TVs are awesome. Yeah, I love it. Just get on YouTube, and sometimes, like last night, I fell asleep to Virtual Railfan, and Their stream's been acting up, but I think it's because of this weather and the heat and stuff. It wasn't snowing at Horseshoe Curve last night. It was just kind of raining and foggy. Hey Tom, what's going on? And thanks to Tom, I was able to power up the upper loop on the layout, but I am having power issues again because the TPC that I have is it doesn't like a lot of amperage, so it's still cutting out on me. What do you know about the train wreck? So Chris, so from my understanding, it was a coal train. It derailed 24 cars and blocked up the Northeast Corridor. Because on that corridor, the old Pennsylvania Main Line, which we call the Northeast Corridor, that's what NS uses to get the freight down to Baltimore. There's a couple other routes to Baltimore that are all B&O tracks, but I think most of NS's stuff comes on the Northeast Corridor. Custom making 611's water tender. Nice. An auxiliary or like an actual water tender? That's awesome. Railfan Loy, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, just got my notification about the live stream. We also have Jamie Macon here modding for us. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We also have DB Tech. Awesome. Another mod in the house. Let's see, anyone I missed? Nope. So far, so good. Jeff the Railroad Enthusiast, welcome. Yeah, JP. So yeah, guys, one of my I'll call him my YouTube mentor. Without Jay, I wouldn't be on YouTube. He reached out and was basically like, "Hey, have you ever thought about doing a YouTube channel?" When I first started about a year and a half ago, we'll call it that. A year and a half ago, I reached out to Jay and I was like, "I've ever done this before, ever done that type of thing?" And he was just like, "Why don't you start your own channel?" He's like, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's my motto for everything on the YouTube land. YouTuber, as Wide World of Trains calls it. So he has been a huge influence for my YouTube career. Technically, it's a YouTube career. I get, they tend to pay me. It's just not a whole lot, but, it is a YouTube career. So, but he's full-time YouTube. Auxiliary tender, nice. Awesome. NSA, hello, welcome. How's your TMCC setup? It is fabulous, my friend. I'm able to run both loops using the good old brick right here. Works amazingly well. Whoops. One of the loops just turned on. Engineer Pat, been on YouTube 7 years? Yeah, man, I love it. And I've honestly met all my friends as of recent through YouTube. So it's been an amazing experience. I also have Shipwright. Hello, Nix. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. Welcome. Uh-oh, Tom. I feel like I'm in trouble. We'll have to discuss your TPC issues this week. Hey, thanks, Trish. Yeah, I've got to get in better shape and preparedness for my potential new job opportunity working for a railroad. Shorts don't have any commercials. I am aware of that. So Chris, the way shorts were supposed to work, according to my knowledge, they were supposed to go into a pool, meaning basically all your views go into a pool, and they're supposed to give you like a bonus from shorts. But shorts do help out with smaller channels and even larger channels to get subscribers and also view time or view hours and clicks and all that stuff. So they're very positive. I love doing YouTube shorts. I try to do at least almost one every day at this point, but they really do help out your channels and it helps connect with people. A lot of people are just flipping through like on TikTok and such. So it's kind of like YouTube's rebuttal to TikTok. But the cool thing is I actually have a couple shorts that have gotten a lot of subscribers on the channel, but it also just kind of shows projects I'm working on. Like when I bought the Baldwin, I was like, the Baldwin Shark, I was like, man, I got to get this thing up on the YouTube. So I took 2 shorts of it. I did a passenger train. And the funny thing is, guys, so I didn't realize Baldwin Sharks on the Pensy were used for coal trains. Sorry, coal drags. So I looked up a research video on YouTube, and he was like, it was funny. I was running the Baldwin at the same time, and he said that Baldwins were used for long coal drags. I had them hooked up to a passenger set, and I was like, oh, whoa, totally wrong type of train here. So I made one short with the passenger cars that I just bought, and then another with the scale coal drag. So, I think it was kind of cool. Cab One rules. I love it. Honestly, it's a great little system. Don't care for shorts, but they are good for you guys. Yeah, I honestly, we did one comedic short of me coming home with some trains I bought. But I'd like doing some like mini run sessions and things like that. So it has been a lot of fun just showing you guys what I've been working on. And also I have to get back to reviewing cars. I did the very short reviews. So those were kind of fun. Peter Rothwell stopped by Iron Horse Trains. Hey, place is dangerous. Their Weaver stuff is really nice. Yeah, Troy and his wife Roxanne. I'm sorry, not Roxanne. Roxanne. They're great people. They're good friends of mine. I've bought a lot of stuff through Iron Horse. I actually bought my track, and a lot of the models that you guys see on the layout have all been purchased at Iron Horse Trains. And let's see. There's a lot of stuff on this layout purchased at Iron Horse Trains. So, yeah, like a lot. So, they're actually fans of the channel, and they'll actually, if I go up there to hang out or just look at stuff, they'll say, Nick, I saw, this was what you bought. This is what you bought. It's kind of funny. So, it's a great store, and he's also a fantastic MTH dealer. So if you ever need anything MTH, Troy at Iron Horse, if you call, what is it? The Yesteryear Antique Center and ask for Troy, he'll be able to hook you up with any MTH stuff you could possibly ever want, parts and all that. And he actually goes down to Baltimore a lot to look at their stock and things like that. So he's always refreshing his stock. Like he actually picked up a Norfolk Southern switcher unit with PS3. It's a Rail King, but honestly, the Rail King switchers that I saw, they are about the same size, if not a little bit, tiny bit smaller than the new Lionel Legacy. Like, I should know. I'm wearing a Strasbourg shirt, 89. Oh God, Strasbourg switcher. I can't think of it. Oh man, that's bad. But anyways, their switchers are about the same size. So I think Rail King have kind of gotten a little bit larger, and their little switcher engine is pretty close to scale. Let's see. Some reason I'm not sure why I'm not getting the right channel. Oh yeah, we went through this. I'm not sure exactly why that's happening. I'm sorry. Unless it's you know what? I just realized that it might be because my camera's set up. We'll have to figure that out. Shorts are good to give a sneak peek. Yeah, I love. It's like a teaser. See what's coming up on the channel. I did a lot of that with the Baldwin that I just fixed, and also the turbine I just bought, my 681. 8916, that's the number I'm thinking of. That's the Strasbourg switcher, I believe. 8916, yeah. It's something like that. I should know. Iron Horse, they have a basic website, but it's best to just give them a call, honestly. I think he just sells so much stuff out of that shop. And he'll also be at York. He was there the last fall show. Have you heard of BLMA models? I have not. 8618. There we go. Thanks, Roger. I should know that. Like I said, I'm wearing a Strasbourg shirt. That's like blasphemy. But yeah, I've got a lot of projects that I'm hoping to work on this week. I've got a lot of videos I have to make up here, which is great because with the, I'll be honest with you guys, and I'm not trying to get into any political stuff, but with the gas prices right now, I think I'm going to be grounded here a lot because I drive a lot for work. I'm just making a statement. I probably will be grounded here at the house for a lot of weekends. So like this weekend, I normally would go out and film, or something like that. Maybe I'll go down to the railroad down the street, but I can walk or bike there. But because of that whole thing going on right now, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of videos in the train room. So a lot of model videos, tutorials. I want to do a lot of scenery tutorials, some wiring tutorials as well because of the new addition to the layout, which I will show you guys soon. We're just getting started here. Oh, where's the curve in the background? Because of the thunderstorm we're having, like intermittent thunderstorms, I got the desktop unplugged for right now because I run 2 computers up here. So maybe later on in the stream, if the weather clears up, we'll turn on the screen. We'll have horseshoe curve. Probably a thunderstorm, honestly, because they're gonna get pretty beat up with this rain coming in. Sean, they're in Hanover, Pennsylvania, so about 30 minutes west. Yeah, about 30 minutes west of me, 25 minutes. But they're awesome. They got a lot of Weaver stuff, like tons and tons. He also has a lot of Premier cars that you don't normally see. He's got Train Man from Atlas. He can basically order anything you want from Atlas or MTH. Upcoming projects. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be grounded. I have to discipline myself. Got to be grounded. Because I drive a lot for work. I drive about 100 miles a day just to get to work. So my gas budget's going to be spent doing that for a while until whatever works itself out. Hey, Rob412. Hello. Welcome. Picked up from the channels. Okay. Oh, Northwestern Maryland. Huh. That's pretty cool. BLMA did HO and scale models went under 10 years ago. Atlas got the tooling. Oh, cool. Yeah, earlier Atlas, I have some really early Atlas stuff. I'm not too keen on it. I don't know. It's like my Atlas GG1 and N scale and Pensy cars are highly detailed. They just don't run very nice. I honestly need to like lubricate the little axles, probably with graphite, because if you get any oil on the track, it's a goner. It's raining at the curve. Oh, okay. Denver South, what's going on? What's up, man? Gas price for me, breaking me closer to home. Yeah, keeping me closer to home. Yep, I'm going to be grounded for a while. Great T. So what are the plans for the layout? So right now, I have all the track in place. I'm letting this upper loop kind of settle in because basically what's going on is that the loop has kind of shifted and it's kind of settling. So I've got to tweak it in certain places so I don't have like trains falling off. But all in time, honestly. But projects that I have going on, I need to put some scenery up on the new addition to the layout. The basically the elevated section needs scenery and some wiring. And I kind of went old school. I used the lock on for this upper loop so I could see if the track was on because there are no switches. So usually I use the little switch lamps to see if there's power. I use the lock on, which is kind of cool. I had a couple MTH lock-ons. They just kind of slip right into the track, so it was pretty cool. But I might end up doing some... I have a semaphore I'd like to use, a little dwarf signal. So it's about that high. And I want to actually hook it up to the track to have an insulated rail. Because this loop is small enough, I could actually do that. So take the track apart, build the insulated rail, and then have the light basically switch red to green when it passes by. I think it'd be kind of cool. Got a bunch of comments coming in. See, known for producing NS Top Gun hoppers. Oh no. Hope 611 is running this year. I think it will be. Honestly, it's in good hands. I would say it's in better hands than where it was before. But it's actually in its own little. It's in a different shed, not the main engine shop. Those guys have a lot of work already, and they're constantly working on the steam engines there. When I was up there for the interview at Strasbourg, it was basically they got a whole repair order to do for that day. Has to get done before the trains. I believe a few hours before dispatch. So it's insane. Those guys work so hard up there, and it's a great organization. Love Strasbourg, but those guys work and work and work. It is awesome. Wicked, what's going on? Engineer Pat, lock-ons are a good way if you want to make wiring simple. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I just used an old MTH lock-on. Used, actually, my pliers are still right here. Popped off the plastic, slipped in the lock-on. Good to go. So it's working great. Strasbourg for life. Yeah. Yeah, even though I'm not working there now, it's like, I still love the organization. I'll be there. We were almost there Friday night. But because of the stuff this weekend, I was like, I got to save some money. So, you know, Conrail Nuts, what's going on? How's it going? But yeah, I got to save up for York. I've got some big plans for, looks like a rocket. It says a rocket. It's aimed, like I said, this has been here since day one of the live streams. Just, everyone has flaws, and this is ready to shoot at me if I make a mistake. Severe weather. Oh, yeah. That's what we're getting over now. I'm not sure where the thunderstorm is. I think it's a cold front. Cold front's coming in. The heat's going somewhere else, probably south out to the ocean. So we are getting like this weird thunderstorm right now. Recently picked up 12 Lehigh Valley hoppers. Nice. Yeah, Rob 412. So Weaver stuff, I kind of made a deal with myself. I wouldn't buy any Weaver cars unless they are like $20 or so, around there, 20-25 for like hoppers. Hoppers are usually like 20-25 bucks, but there are some really, really nice Weaver cars that go for like big money. Like their 3-rail stuff and 2-rail stuff goes for a lot of money. So I just kind of made a deal. If I see a hopper for like 20 bucks, 25, I'll pick it up usually. Perryville, Maryland. I don't know if they could do a VF or a virtual rail fan on the Northeast corridor. It might be a security risk because it connects to DC. I'm not sure how that would work out, but it'd be cool to see. Tracy Young, what's going on? I'm not sure. I think it's late April. Someone in here might know. I have a feeling I think it's the weekend of the 28th. I think it is. Severe storm Saturday night. Oh. Country Bunker, what's going on, bud? Welcome. We're sending the heat out to the ocean. So you guys sent up the heat from Florida, and now we're sending it back to you. Hey, RJ, what's going on, man? How's it going? So, just letting you guys know, I know a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me about the NS stuff going on. Oh, there we go. Weekend of the 20th in April. So Peter Rothwell, thank you so much. Whoops. There we go. So that is York. York show right here. Not a sponsor. I wish they were. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, I'll be at York. So anyone wants to hang out. Apparently there's another great scale train show. Let me actually lower this brightness a little bit. There we go. So there's another great scale show the 8th of April or something like that weekend. I don't know if I'll be there or not because I've just been so like concerned about other financial needs around the house and such. But I'll be at York. I'm actually saving up to buy some stuff at York. That's the plan. So I'll be there. I'm hoping to buy a command locomotive. Spend a little bit more money than I normally would at a show, but we'll have to see. Still not home. Alan says hi. Hello, Alan. Oh, man. 45 minutes north of me. Ooh, a tornado. Holy crap. Branson Scenic Railroad in a couple weeks. Nice. A dome car set. Nice. Yeah, I have a couple domes. I actually just bought a dome yesterday at the train show I went to. It's a Pennsylvania, like semi-scale set. And I don't know if MTH copied Lionel or Lionel copied MTH, but I have two sets of passenger cars that look exactly like one another. They're like Rail King size. But I'll go with Lionel copied MTH. I love MTH though. I use their track and everything. It's great stuff. AE 57 TMCC. What day at York? I'll be there Saturday because I'm a peasant. I don't have a TCA membership. I'm a peasant. We'll have to see with work too. So, save your pennies for gas. Yeah, I know. I have to take out a loan just to get to work. Yeah, Chris, definitely. We'll all have to hang out again. Be awesome. So a lot of you guys have been asking about my Norfolk Southern status. Tomorrow I have another interview with them, so that's going to be in the morning, and slightly nervous, but I think I got this. I'm confident, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'm not sure how swiftly I'll be sent down to Georgia for training, but I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. So it'd be pretty cool. Slightly terrifying. It's a risk, but everything in life is a risk, and I think it's going to be an exciting risk. It's the best way I can explain it. So definitely keep you guys updated on that. I know a lot of you guys are people that might come in later might ask about it, so you might hear me say it again and again, but I'm still in the hiring process. So we're in step 2 of 3 until tomorrow morning. That'll be 3 of 3, and it's the final interview, the final countdown. Next, I have no idea what happens. They might send me like a T-shirt in the mail and say thanks, good luck. We'll have to see. Yeah, fingers crossed, man. It's like, it's gonna be crazy. And the funny thing is, I actually did the last 2 interviews up here in the train room, and they were actually facing my here, I'll show you guys this sign right here. And one of the managers at NS was like, what's that sign behind? It's got a skull and crossbones. And I was like, it's don't make train crossings deadly sign. And he was like, oh, okay. I was just like, oh crap, they know I'm like a train fanatic. But I'm very respectful when it comes to railroading and stuff. It's I have a lot of respect for those guys. So it wasn't like a foamer moment, I guess. But they saw that and they're like, oh, what's that? Or like you could see them like look behind it. It was really funny. Jeff S., it would be for a conductor. Internet's going out. I hope not. So far, so good. Let's see. Oh God, take it home. Oh God, you should get the Lionel TMCC AEC 57. Yeah, I've got a bunch of grocery stuff on my list. Oh God, keep me spending my money. Oh no, train shows are dangerous. You guys are you guys are a bad influence. Dying to get my main base. Ordered 2 out of 22, 16 by 8. Overhanging. Oh wow, that's crazy. NS 1065. Did I see that one? No, wait. Which one did I see? I saw the Penn Central unit. I think that's 1063. Let's see. I gotta scroll back down without exiting out. Let's see. Does your train store do repairs? Iron Horse Trains does not do repairs, but he can send stuff out for you. Yeah, 1073. That's a good one. 1065V. Huh. Yeah, 1073 is the Penn Central Heritage Unit. That was really cool. That was up in, I'll just say Scranton area. Oh, on Railstream. Okay. Is that like a virtual railfan competitor? I've heard of that. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's been a very crazy last 2 months. William, what's going on? So William, I actually interviewed with York Railroad, also known as like Genesee, Wyoming. It just did not work out. They the vibe I got from those guys, I could care less. The way I view it, I think they had someone already picked out for the interview or for that position. Then when they got to me, it was just kind of like it was kind of a waste. I just felt like I was wasting their time. What's all this? This is a railroad live stream. Cherry Hill Station in the thumbnail. Yeah, yeah. What's that? 15 plus or oh god, more or less. That's what they usually say. So I'm actually gonna go to the Baldwin cam. So I picked this picking up this Baldwin from a train show up in Scranton for like nothing at all. It's $60. Got a brand new set of sharks. So yeah, I don't think these have ever ran. I think they sat and sat and sat on a shelf. There's some like wear. Sorry guys, we lost the internet for a second, so I was just waiting for it to refresh. You got some deals, yeah. That show, honestly, is the best train show haul I've ever had. Yeah, we're back. We're back, guys. Um, so yeah, I ended up getting this Baldwin for like $60. It's a Williams, so that just leaves it open to more stuff I would like to upgrade in the future. So that might be one thing I do purchase before York is um, an ERR set. So I'll have I actually had one of my buds. Well, Harry Henning hooked me up with some links of what I need in these engines right here. So I think it's a Cruise Commander, and then I picked out a sound card, but I think he picked out the one that's supposed to go in these. And I am aware the horn is not like a chime horn; it's gonna be like a honk, like a real nasty honk. But I think it fits it pretty well. Yeah, we did lose internet for a second, of course. But yeah, these I think they're scale. I believe they're scale. They're chunky. They're not as like shrunken, but I feel like they are close to scale. They're also extremely loud, which is awesome. So I love it. Every part about these are just like, yeah, I want more sharks. My buds, yeah, they hooked me up with a bunch of links for Electric Railroad. So they're for anyone in here who doesn't know a whole lot about upgrading engines, ERR makes the boards that are licensed by Lionel. So then you can basically put those boards in these engines, which are perfect candidates for upgrading, because Williams, all you have is it's a rectifier board that converts the AC on the track to DC that gets sent to the motors, and they're conventional. And they also have a directional circuit in there, or a reverse circuit. And that's it. So all you have to do is take that stuff out, put in an ERR board, and then you can stack rail sounds in there. So you have an engine that's probably about maybe $300. You could turn it into like something that's a little bit more fun. I don't want to say better, because I do like conventional stuff. And then I can run it in command mode with the brick right here. So we'll get that running. It's either I upgrade the Sharks first or my B&O E7s. But I think I'm going to upgrade these. It's going to be a much easier upgrade, because the E7s have a Mars light in the front that just kind of dances around. It just does like one of these. Compared to like doing this engine here, I can just hook up simple LEDs, because ERR does sell their own like LED packages and such. But I feel like it'd just be a really easy upgrade. And then eventually put a smoke unit in this engine, of course. Yeah, the Sharks would be easy. And I've got all this room, but we can get that fired up. Let's see what layout I'm hooked up to. Track 1. Here we go. It's like screaming at me. Mars Light, early form of ditches. Yeah. I also need to find, like, coal for my coal drag. There's no coal. Just, like, 3 cars of coal, and that's it. Someone stole it. But yeah, here's the Williams horn. Ooh. That's all you get. The railroad crossing, which one? This guy here, I just shorted out my track. I flipped the switch while the train was on it. That's good. Here, we'll, Williams are beasts. Yeah, these guys fly. That's it? Greg T wants that water tower. Oh man, yeah, that's it's a hard find to find those bubbling water towers. Jeff S, I know with the steam engines you can put in a super chuffer. Is that what they call them? But I do believe you can. Hey, thanks, Pat. These crossings, this crossing here is just a, they're just like little metal signs, but I can turn on the, auxiliary. There we go. But yeah, Williams are beasts. I mean, this thing is like a monster. It's a dual motor, too, so you have tons and tons of power. It's terrifying. Like, this is probably up like 20%. But if I crank this thing here, we'll make it go fast. We'll pull a Ricky Bobby. I want to go fast. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm going to slow him down. It's freaking me out. Alright, we'll get back to... There we go. I said Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast. Once they get moving, so... Yeah, eyeballing, yeah. Aquarium gravel makes good coal. That's a good point. Hey, that's awesome. I didn't even think of that. So yeah, aquarium gravel. I thought about making like, so I'm not filling each car up with like 1.5 pounds of gravel. I could build like a little piece of wood that falls in and then just gravel on top. Love the sharks, yeah. I wish I had the D&H sharks. They look really cool. Uh-oh, PRR, stupid phone. Oh, yeah, I know. The auto-correct. Yes, they are PRRs. Pennsylvania Railroad. The best of the best. Now, I love all railroads and trains, so I'm not gonna... Tracy Young's looking for California Superliners. Oh man, yeah, you won't find those over this side of the country, but out west, I'm sure. Over here, we got a lot of non-Superliner stuff. Our tunnels are too short to run Superliner cars. Wood glue. Oh yeah. George Trains, welcome. Get the paint kit out. No, Pennsylvania Sharks. Or actually, I'm going to turn this engine off for a second. Let's see. Oh, I stopped it on the crossing. Crap. Let's turn it off. So yeah, Pennsylvania, apparently... So I did some research about the Sharks, because after I brought these home, I'm like, let me get on the Google and the YouTube, of course. And this one channel did an excellent like presentation on the Baldwin Sharks, and they said that they're extremely like reliable engines, which I thought would be kind of opposite, because usually like the weird engines did like the worst, but apparently they're just really efficient. The guys liked them for visibility because you could see like right down the nose onto the track, and they used them for coal. The Pennsylvania at least did. After a while, I think there was the Mahangahila Railway. They sold their sharks to the D&H. Then the D&H used them in conjunction with their Alco program, because D&H was all pretty much all Alco and Shark and some other crazy stuff. D&H had a lot of access to Alco, being up, I guess, near Schenectady and all that. So you have all those Alcos and just a crazy lineup of really cool locomotives. D&H, MTH, AB set. Yeah, those are cool too. I've used a little white marble rocks, painted them black. That'd be cool. I actually still have real coal left over from a show that I was at. Actually, David DB Tech was at that show, and then so was RJ. We actually ended up getting bags and bags of coal when people were throwing it away. I was like, this is great. I actually used it to fill mini hoppers up with coal. High density styrofoam. Pack out the hopper. Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't want to be too top heavy. Then the cars will just go plop. NYC sharks are cool. Yeah, the lightning stripe, of course. Think he has a set of shark nose units? Probably. Eric's got a little bit of everything. Dale Hudson. D&H hated their sharks. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Because I know I believe they bought a lot of sharks from, I just call it the Mongo and Mahangahila. It's a big, fancy Native American name, but I believe they bought the sharks from them. It's pretty crazy. But I can't believe they hated them. That's really funny. Here, I missed some comments up top. Let me go up here really quick. Oh, man. Florida Railroad Dogs in the house. What's going on? Love watching those Jeep units you have that you bought. The Jeep 9s. Those are awesome. George Train said hello to everyone. Use a little... Okay, I saw the marble comment. Sweet. I think I'm all caught up. If I ever miss any comments, guys, just rewrite them at the bottom. I'll get to them as soon as possible. Yeah, I remember the coal you found. That was pretty funny. That was expensive stuff. Like, that's real coal. Like, someone probably sat there with a, I don't know, like a meat grinder or something, grinding up the coal and then bagged it up and then sold it. Oh, man. But Dale Hudson, I'm getting a kick from that, man. That's awesome. It's like the D&H hated them. But Pennsylvania seemed to like them. They were, they said surprisingly efficient, which I know Baldwin... From my understanding of Baldwin, basically so Baldwin pretty much, I know they had a falling out because of the end of the steam era, but I know they had some very unsuccessful diesel models that kind of, I believe that bankrupt them, or they looked into diesel technology, and they were already just so far behind from Alco and GM, of course, or EMD, EMC at the time, into EMD. So I have heard that Baldwin pretty much went out because they just couldn't keep up with the other diesel production. Oh, let's see. Do you have any Alcos? Oh, man. I do, but they're post-war. I got my Erie Alco PAs, Alco PAs. I love them. They are classic pieces. I'd never sell them for the world. They are my favorite. And at least favorite of the post-war era. They came out with all those different Alcos. I call them the 2000 series, or the 2030s and the 2032s, 2033s, I believe. They are excellent runners. Bust up center blocks. GMD. Yeah, Engineer Pat, they also had EMC, Electromotive Corporation. And that's like, you're talking like 1930, oh man, I want to say like 35, 36, something like that. You had EMC Corp. They're pretty cool too. I feel like one of the tracks are still on. Yeah, upper loop was on. So I'm actually going to run that for a second. Pretty cool. Jets to go with the Sharks. I do not. So this is the closest thing to a jet that I have. Oh man. Greg T, hello, welcome. But yeah, I've only seen two EMCs in my entire life. I've seen the EA that the B&O Railroad Museum has, the EA or EMC model EA. That's really cool. It's huge. It's like two giant six-wheel trucks, so it's a 12-wheeler, and it's probably about 100 plus feet long. It's nuts. It's insane. And then the other EMC that I saw was actually at Steamtown. They have oh man, I think it's a Lackawanna or Delaware Lackawanna switcher that is EMC, and it's from like 1932. And it's the way they explained it to me was that when you sit in the switcher, it looks like an SW1 style or SW. I think it's like an SW1 body style. When you sit in the cab, it's actually like a steam engine. So it has like a Johnson bar style controls compared to like a control stand, like your modern diesels or like your Jeeps. You have a control stand. Everything's on the stand. With that that engine, it's like you have all these different notched levers and such. And it was supposed to basically bring the guys in from the steam, and so they could still operate the locomotive with a comfortable reach for things. So like steam engine, your throttle, your reversers down here, all that stuff is supposed to mimic that, which I thought was really cool. I haven't been inside of it. They had a picture of it that I saw not too far back, but it's pretty awesome. Oh, the Sharks and the Jets, West Side Story. I didn't even think of that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do like this Baldwin stuff. So weird, man. Them and Fairbanks Morse came out like the weirdest. I'd say Alco too. I love Alco. I'm not crapping on the Alco. I love all that stuff. It's just so cool to see the innovation of diesel. Oh God, Reading Rail fan. Guess who just bought a third rail live steam locomotive? Oh wow. Did you buy that? Did you win the lottery? That's awesome. Happy for you, man. So yeah, I'll show you guys the upper loop. So I did do a video on that, and I think Pat asked about who made the GP30. So the Seaboard GP30 is an MTH Premier. I actually bought it on Christmas Eve, so it was a gift to myself. I'm not running that tonight, but she was a great runner up top. She did great. I was actually really afraid it was just going to plop off the track, but she held in there. Plymouth. Yep. Never heard of Whitecomb before, but I have heard of Plymouth, and they're I've seen a handful of Plymouths, like some big ones too. But I like the little baby gasoline Plymouths. They're a lot of fun. PS1, GS4, MTH. I cannot buy any trains at this moment. George Trains, welcome. So yeah, I've got yeah, I'll show you guys the upper loop really quick. So we'll do the solo layout here. So here is the upper loop. I know it doesn't look as good as like when I film videos and all that. It's a webcam. I'm looking at getting a better webcam because this one only shoots in 480 or no 720p. So it's not the best. But we're working on it. I got the production team on it right away. So here is the upper loop. Got my little Pennsylvania 080 running up there. Hopefully it does not fall off the track. There we go. Oh, come on, you got this. There we go. Yeah, Greg T, I saw that video too. It was Will It Start, I believe. It was like They went in like 3 or 4 Plymouths. They're just hanging out in Florida at a tractor show at a little mini railroad museum, and they were trying to fire up these 1950s Plymouths, I believe. That was a cool video. They got 2 of them started, I believe. But yeah, finally got the upper loop running. And this is actually the first steam engine I decided to sacrifice for the upper loop. We can actually get both trains running, so we'll do that in a second. Here we go. Here's loop 1. Railfan, I'll be there, hopefully. If I don't get the job with NS, I have a little bit more free time, I'll definitely be at that open house, but if I am working for him, I'll do my best, because I wanted to check you guys out last fall. So here you go, guys. I got all the loops running. I love it. I'll move you guys over here. Randall Ellison, hey, how's it going? Hey, Randall, no worries. Take it easy. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is finally in. Absolutely terrifying building this loop. I'll actually lower you guys down a little bit. Uh-oh, Bernie. George Train's got 6 CNO hoppers. Oh, I love CNO. We'll go right there, right above the boxcar. Oh, man. Perfect. And of course we gotta get the diner smoking away. There we go. Adam's family shots. Yeah, so this the 080 actually took a tumble yesterday. That was awful. Oh yeah, smoke out the passenger train. There you go. Yep. It's not a true railroad town without any type of pollution. So there you go. Hey, Radar, happy Monday. Welcome. Hey, thanks, Pat. Yeah, the 080 took a tumble. It was awesome. I said some 4-letter words that I can't repeat on YouTube, but I think we all have those moments. We're only human. A safety net, yeah. I did think about putting up a fence, but we'll have to see. Or like a guardrail or something. Jeff, so the diner is it's a Lionel. It's a smoking diner from Lionel. It's just got a Sooth smoker, so it just kind of smokes away on her own. I give it 18 volts of power, and it just you know. Oh yeah, a line from I love toy trains. Diner's cooking, yeah. Coverdale Mine, what's going on? Oh, there's the derailed Penn Central boxcar. It's historically accurate. Oh god, Engineer Pat, it's been a while since I've seen that. I had all the videos, but I think all the tapes wore out when we were kids. Yeah, you gotta have some smog. Oh, there we go. Had a train go nuts once on the old layout and took all my post-war cars tumbling on the cement. Oh no. Oh, piecing cars back together for a couple days. Oh man. That's terrifying. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, when the 080 fell, I was just like, yeah, I'll be fine. It's a cheaper toy train. George, I don't know if the food's any good. It looks like they just burn everything. Whoops. I hit one button, all my trains just turned off. 8618, yeah, Jeff. Yep, I totally forgot. There Goes a Train by Kid Vision. I have not. Here, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to put the... Actually, we can just do that, and then I'll turn off the smoke for a second. Whoa, look at that. Had a last hurrah once I turned off the power. Look at that little cloud. Toxic fumes from the diner going in town. It's all good. So yeah, I just what happened to the Allegheny? Those are beasts. Allegheny thought that was thought I was Superman. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, Alleghenies those don't they don't fly very well. They're kind of heavy. Yeah, I'm looking at so at York this year, or this spring, yeah, spring, because like next year will be the fall show, so it's still technically this year. And yeah, Jeff, same here, man. I hear the wind coming through. It's been crazy. Is Brian heading out? Let's see. Oh, bye for now. Be back 6:30 p.m. So I'm assuming that's like, I don't know what time that would be. So it's probably about 9:30 over on the east side. So yeah, I'm looking for a couple locos at York. Looking at getting possibly, if I can find anything similar to it, definitely maybe like an SD70 Mac. A Conrail Mac would be like pretty sweet. I'm also looking for Weaver hoppers, of course, or Weaver cars, always. But I'm actually really interested in getting a legacy engine. If I can find one for like a really good price, we'll have to see. And like I said, it all depends on work and stuff. If I'm working for the railroad by then, or if I'm working for the railroad at all, it might be hard to get off of work for something like that. But we'll see. I am looking forward to going, but if duty calls, I'll be playing with trains, just not model trains, so it'll be all right. So, but I am looking to purchase my first legacy engine or TMCC, later TMCC style engine. That'd be great. I don't have any scale command units yet, other than my DCS capable PS2 Seaboard, which is, I think it's behind me. Is it? No, it's on the lower shelf. It's down there. Started getting stuff for the start of my layout. That's awesome. Jeff, the railroad enthusiast, what style layout are you building? Is it what scale? And what are you planning to model? Like, do you have anything in mind? I know when I built this, it was just kind of like flying, just winging it pretty much. And I did design this layout on a program up until a certain point. Just I wanted to see the space confines of the room to see if the radius would fit in this room. After that, I was just kind of like, okay, it's fair game. We just put switches everywhere. I had a friend of mine come over, Matt PG, another YouTube friend, came over, and we were just putting switches everywhere, and it ended up working out pretty well. Hey, Iron Horse Productions, welcome. Good to see you as well. Doing all right. Just hanging out. Gonna try to make my way home. Hopefully the roads aren't covered in, down trees. Yeah, be careful, RJ. It's put in four-wheel drive. Pray for the best. 2.5 years to get it back, or it took a year and a half to get it back. Ooh. Zach, I do not have any legacy engines at this time. I just have I've got 2 TMCC engines or command engines, and that's it. All my other stuff is conventional or PS1. Jeff's hoping to do HO scale, maybe N scale on the inside. Okay, yeah, those are fun. I honestly prefer N scale because so I'm really laughing because I saw what Zach just wrote. I like N scale a lot. I grew up with N scale. When I was much younger, I wanted to do something kind of different. So my dad was into the might lose connection here. Got 2 bars. There we go. We're back. So when I was younger, my dad ran O gauge, like 027 stuff. And I saw all the different options of N scale out there. So I started my own layout in N scale. So I have all that stuff still to this day, going all the way back to like the 90s. But yeah, I enjoy it all, honestly. Oh God, surprised that there wasn't that much damage. Oh geez. Oh yeah, can't wait for that crew talk. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that crew talk is it's interesting. Oh man. Oh yeah, Greg T. See, here's a good point. So if I do end up getting the job with NS, I don't know how often I'll be able to live stream, but if I'm on the road or something, I definitely want to do like vlogs and stuff like that of like updates and things like that, letting you guys know how things are. But I'll do my best to go live whenever I'm home, if I have any time for that. So it's going to be a different change in lifestyle, but I have been looking forward to this for a while. Designing my layout with a pencil paper protractor. Hey, if you know how to do it, if you know how to scale things and do the math and all, hey, I'm sure it's kind of relaxing building a layout on a program. I've actually just sat there on my program on my computer and just kind of designed stuff just for fun, to see what crazy things I can come up with. I use Rail Modeler Pro. It's for Mac, so I'm able to send the plans to my phone, share the files back and forth, and then edit stuff on my phone as well. This is pretty cool. JTG Model Railroading, welcome. 412, did N scale in high school still have it from the 80s? That's awesome. Yeah, same here. It was like grade school, middle school, high school. Actually, high school I kind of got back into O scale. I've got a lot of starter sets. It's actually where I got the 080, my Santa Fe, some other stuff. What's legacy? It's expensive. That's what it is. Glad to see they're able to get it back. Yeah, that's terrifying, Slide Cat, man. That's built an N-scale coffee table a long time ago when I could see better. Hey, I actually thought about that idea, having a little table layout. Maybe not at this house, but at the next house, yeah, definitely. Albany, New York train show on Saturday. That is quite the hike, Iron Horse. So not this time, not this time around. Oh man, can you imagine crew talk that day? I can't imagine crew talk any day, like real engine crew talk. I've reached out to there you go. There, that's every day on a train. That's like every day. Oh man, Alfonso, what's going on? Love the N scalers. They buy 100 cars. Some model guys emphasize on different numbers on them. Oh yeah, can anyone read the freight car numbers? Now here's a cool thing. So my buddy RJ that was in here, RJ78, when I bought my Conrail cars, he's an HO scaler, so he actually looks for that stuff like numbers. He's got all like RJ cataloged every train and every car in his collection to make sure he did not have the same number, unless it's like an engine with a different paint scheme. So he looked at the hoppers I bought, the Conrail hoppers, and RJ was like, I already checked for you. He's like, all the numbers are different. And I was like, I didn't even notice that. Like he's very in tune with that detail. So I thought that was really funny. He was he looked at that. I was like, I didn't care. They're Conrail hoppers. But he's like, yeah, all the numbers are good. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, the numbers are different. And I was like, oh, okay. 10 to 12 miles from Albany. Nice. Want to do N scale shelf layout. Oh man. There's one channel, he was posting a lot of shelf layout updates. And my only complaint with it, he never like talked about it. He just ran his train, did some captions at the bottom. He was running some really cool stuff, and I really wish he would just turn the camera around and just talk to us about his plans or, his layout, because it was just so really amazing. He was running like 084, 82 up in the ceiling. It went between all these different rooms in his basement. And I think it was like a pandemic channel. He just didn't keep up on it. But yeah, that was really cool. I wish he would have talked to us about what he was doing. Closest I've come to command control is Lion Chief. Everything else, there's Lionel ZW. Yeah, Lion Chief, I almost bought a Lion Chief engine recently because this sounds really crazy. So I'm looking for a chassis like that right there. Chassis system, command control locomotive. So I've been having a really hard time finding one. I find like the there's one from the 80s. I've got the U-boat. I might have to give that one away because I have a family friend that's looking for their setback. So I'm looking for a replacement, but it's been such a challenge trying to find a command control non-U-boat CSX, or not CSX, but chassis system locomotive. Need a microscope to see the number on a G scale. Oh no. Bad wind advisor. Yeah, we have wind like crazy. Harry, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for your help with those ERR links. I'm actually looking forward to upgrading these sharks. I'll run them for you guys. But yeah, I'm completely new to the ERR stuff. I know it's very simple. I wouldn't call it easy. Each engine like proposes their own little challenges, but I think it'll be pretty cool to have those installed because I don't have another command unit. Yeah, it's raining here. Like, yeah, I saw the wires to my house on the pole doing this. I was like, oh god, don't unhook from that pole, please. I need power. We got a live stream to do. Yeah, chassis system or chassis special. I actually saw that engine the other day. I was at the B&O Railroad Museum, and I looked over. I'm like, oh, there's the Freedom Train, also known as the Chassis Special, just sitting there in a parking lot. Yeah, Harry, we can run them again. Definitely. FEC Jeep. Ooh, those are nice. If they're the ones that you're talking about, Zach, those Jeeps are sweet. The blue and yellow ones, I believe. So yeah, we'll run that. We'll run the Shark. They run like they're smooth. So smooth. Let's see. There's some B&O chassis system engines in some of the stores I looked up. Yeah, it's harder to find down here because we're in Pennsylvania land. So I love our Pennsylvania railroads because we have the PRR stuff, Reading, Lehigh Valley, all that stuff. And a lot of Amtrak. There's just a ton of railroads in Pennsylvania. So chassis system, I mean, I guess they would have run into Philly, or CSX runs into Philly, but a lot of the land here, like where I live, is all Pennsylvania or Reading. Oh yeah, Roundhouse South. Yeah, I gotta check that place out. Max speed 120. Trains, toys, and hobbies. What's that? Being oh, there you go. Love what MTH did. Beautiful. Yeah, my GP30 I bought. Man, that thing's just a workhorse. I love it. So we're on the Sharks. Dun 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 dun. You like Jaws music. There we go. Up. Chessie ran through Pittsburgh. Okay, so that was probably coming from Ohio, I would assume. That direction. JTT, I have a ton of trains. Tons and tons of trains, yeah. Special run for RTR and Roundhouse. Nice. Lackawanna John, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Put antennas on the A units. Uh-oh, we stalled. Need more power. There we go. Yeah, that'd be cool having the antennas up there. I just realized that. I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I realized, like, the two sets of antennas. That'd be awesome. Gotta make it official. Hey, no problem, River Dog, man. It's like... Love seeing what you guys are always up to. Jeff, I do not. I'm all up in the... well, when I first moved in, I claimed the attic. I was like, yeah, this is a train room. So the next house we'll move to, I'll definitely claim the basement. So that's the plan. I'll be able to set up my drums and stuff and play drums again and all that fun stuff. But right now, I love this attic space. It's just relaxing. Come up here, work on the layout, and film videos and stuff like that. Yeah, George, Chessie did have a great scheme. I really miss the... I really do miss the Chessie scheme. I always say CSX killed the cat. Whoops. Camera's stalling out on me. But yeah, I did have drums set up. Well, they're in the basement right now, but I am a drummer. I was in a band for a while. I actually ended up leaving the band to do more of my own thing, like YouTube and just doing some other stuff. I can't handle oh man. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, man. I was actually in a band for about 5 years, but I've been playing drums for about, oh man, 17 years now? 16, 17 years. There we go. I don't want to advertise the band because I'm no longer in it. But it was actually a hair metal band, so we did all our own stuff. So it was it was a lot of fun. I had a good time. It just was not for me. And when I left to do YouTube, I actually almost a year. Is it a year or so? It's probably been about a year since I've been doing this as like a full time hobby compared to like music. Now the problem I had with music was that just the lack of I don't know. It was very cutthroat compared to this. I've met so many great people and have networked with so many great people. When I played music, it was very hostile. It was a very cutthroat atmosphere. So every time you'd see a band play, and there would be some type of drama, and then the money and music was really weird. Like I got tired of it. I was like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'll be my own boss. And things like that. And the band did not have a following. That was the biggest thing. Heavy Metal Train live streams. Yeah. I think the storm's here. So it's been like extremely loud up here with the wind. Oh, man. Chessie the Sleeping Kitty. Oh, yeah. Security for its employees. So we have a cat named Chessie that she's a recent addition to the family. She's downstairs. She is nothing but trouble, but we love her. She's great. CSX 911. Nice. Do you do YouTube videos? I do not. Of the drumming. I have not, but I wanted to, honestly. I really have wanted to do some of that stuff. My trailer song, my YouTube trailer that I posted, that's actually a song that a friend of mine and myself were on. So it's actually me playing drums on that recording, which is kind of cool. It makes it that much more special. And a friend of mine we're going to re-record that song because he actually listened to it. He's like, oh man, we could do better than that. So he has a giant studio, and it's actually where I learned how to do all the studio stuff. I used to have tons and tons of music gear. I completely got out of the hobby, or not the hobby, but the industry, as we would call it. But I still play drums. Yeah, I could still play. And his studio where we recorded that was more of like a homegrown studio. What he has now is more of a professional soundstage type studio. So we're gonna re-record that eventually, but not anytime soon. It's been kind of crazy with trying to line stuff up, but it's in the books. So it's pretty much on my end of things. No, Greg T, I don't want to turn on the desktop just in case we get like a power surge or something. Because we have some really bad storms or weather coming in. So no curve tonight, but it is raining there. It's not snowing tonight. I guarantee it. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, I miss it. I do miss playing music sometimes, but just the crapola we dealt with in the music industry, it just was not worth it. A lot of drama, a lot of egos and stuff, and I actually met, when I started YouTube, I met like just an amazing group of people, and it's still I'm meeting amazing people in the music industry. I had about a handful of people that I would actually associate with, just because the music industry was just so cutthroat, kind of sketchy, honestly. But YouTube's been a fantastic experience. And meeting people from all over the country, all over the world. We have viewers in the chat that are either down in South America. We have viewers in Australia, Canada, the UK, a bunch of viewers from the UK, and all over the country. It's amazing. Rob 412's got 3 cats. They are not allowed in the train room. Never. Yeah, I love Catzillas. You can make your own music for your YouTube channel without copyright. That's a great point. I've done that a couple times. So I used to do a lot of electronic music in college, just sitting there in my dorm, bored as all get out. I had a keyboard and this computer that I'm using today, and I'd sit there and make my own beats and like tech music, I guess, like dance music. That was a lot of fun. As a drummer, I just always loved like rhythmic music and things like that. So I sit there on the keyboard and type things out. 8 cats. They're not allowed in the train room either. Yeah, Chessie and Gemma are our 2 cats. They're downstairs. They are behaving, hopefully. I guess Nikki will have to let us know, but they get into stuff. Check out CNO of Indiana. Chavoit? Chavoy Summit? Oh, Summit Yard. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Two couldn't fathom eight fight them off. Yeah, gotta wait till I get a dog. That'd be insane. It'll be like a zoo over here. They have to deal with me. Nikki would have to deal with me, two cats, and a dog. That's too much. Way too much. She's our kitten's 7 months old. Gemma turns 2 in a week. So our older cat is gonna be 2. Chessie is just a baby. But she's really sweet, and she's my cat. Like she really associates with me, which is really cool. The wife cat been sleeping on the layout. Yeah, the tunnel. So when we had the old layout with the 2 tunnels up, our oldest cat, she would actually sleep in the tunnel until I ran a train. It would freak her out. She would run out the porthole. So it's a lot of fun. Three dogs. Yeah, it's a lot. Oh, fighting off 8 from the train room. It's like, back. You need like a broom or, a giant, box of treats. Just throw treats. 3 dogs, 1 cat, and a wife. I won't tell her you said that. Oh, man. I would get in trouble if I said something like that. Dan, what's going on, man? It was awesome seeing you yesterday. Hey, there you go. Awesome seeing you as well. Yeah, Jeff, that's great. I won't say anything, I promise. Chessie and Wabash, yeah. Well, I know, that wind's crazy. I know Eric Strains did a poll of what he should name the new cat that he got. And I actually wrote Sue, like the Sue line. It's a railroad, because he wanted to go for a railroad name before he named the one cat Frisco. So I wrote in the chat a boy named Sue, because it was a boy cat. So it was a boy named Sue, and a lot of people didn't get the joke. They were just like, what? And I was like, Johnny Cash, a boy named Sue, Sue Railroad, Sue Line, SOO line, No one got it. I was just like, tough crowd. But yeah, it's whatever. I've always wanted a Chessie cat, so I got the Chessie cat. I feel bad for the cat. All bad. Yeah, lots of dog food. Yeah, next male cat, Sue. Just say it's Sue Line. It's got the money sign and the S, like the dollar sign. Oh my gosh, it's great. So yeah, we can run some more stuff. Let's see. We can switch out the Baldwins if you guys want, or the upper loop. I'm kind of nervous to run anything else right now because it's still in the prototypical stage. But if there are any engines you guys would like to see, give me a holler. If you want to see steam, hook up a steam engine to the lower loop. If you want to see another diesel, I can grab a diesel. Railfan Roger, yep, exactly. Oh, whether the Redding engine. Oh, sweet. Yeah, just leave it outside for a couple days and, it'll be perfect. I'm just kidding. Well, it was funny. I think someone, so Harry's got it's kind of a vlog, or it's a forum on Facebook or a page, that I always check into and always, it's a lot of fun, honestly. There's all kinds of people putting, their projects or what they've bought or things like that in the forum. And someone asked once, how do you dust off your layout? And I wrote in it's natural weathering, which is kind of true. It's like a lot of stuff on our layouts, once it's there, we kind of can't access it in some places. So I think that's kind of funny that someone would ask that. I'm like, I get it with cars. If you want them to look like, get the dust or fingerprints off, you use a little makeup brush. But on the layout itself, sometimes that little bit of dust kind of adds a little bit of weathering. Let's see. I gotta jump back, get some comments here. Cat's name is Cat. Oh, Yeah, that's what we called our. That's what we called Gemma for the longest time. Cat, Kat. Long time ago, a horse. It's a horse trainer, 70 sons at Tijuana's racetrack. Wow. Bunch of trainers, jockeys mounted at Christmas layout. The racing secretary's office. No horses allowed. No, no, definitely not. No horses allowed. Yeah, NS train. There you go. We can run an NS for good luck. We'll do that. I got a cranky GP9. I think that suits it quite well. Oh, Jeff, that would take all day, man. Like just it would take so long. I've got a lot of stuff. One of these days I have to do, maybe at the end of the year, or maybe at like the 6 month period of the year, we'll do a motive power video. I did put in, so some of you guys recommended putting in extra shelves. So as you can see, I know there's a trash bag on the floor. I've been doing some house cleaning up here. I probably won't put the trash out tonight. It's super windy, but I did put in extra shelves. So now we have, before it would just be like one square. So now we have a shelf, and then a midsection, then another mid, and I actually built 4 panels. So now I can, I'll go down here. We actually can store 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves times, so that's 8 shelves compared to just 4. Or actually, yeah. So we doubled our shelf space, and that was recommended from you guys. So thank you so much for recommending that. They're like, hey Nick, you should put in more shelves to store more trains. So I did that. So now I have room to buy more trains, which is excellent. So thank you guys for influencing my addiction here. Oh man. Yes, O Gauge. Here we go. I'll put this up on here. O Gauge model railroading tips, tricks, and more on Facebook. Guys, check it out. It is a fun page. We have a great time on there. I like flipping through there during when I'm not working, I guess. Just flipping through, see what people are up to, and it's always fun to like sometimes I'll reply comments, and if anyone has any questions, I try to reply to the best of my ability. And we're all pretty I'd say we're all pretty tame. You don't find any it's not a hostile page at all. It's a great page. I know some pages that I've been on, like O Gauge forums, they get kind of hostile. Like there's always more than one way to do something, and just because it's not your way on doing something doesn't mean it's wrong. But there's always an openness to that page. It's a lot of fun, and sometimes it's better just to read stuff and get ideas. Sometimes I'm kind of hesitant to comment on things, but it's been it's been a very enlightening experience on there. It's been a lot of fun. Time to make more shelves. I'm out of space. Well, the whole top, look at that. The whole top, they're all steam locomotives, except the Baldwin not Baldwin, the Plymouth at the end. Use a yard blower. Depending on whose layout you're talking about, some guys don't glue down their scenery. I know several of my friends, they don't glue down their scenery. If you did that, you would have like just you'd probably have like a bunch of dust flying everywhere. With this layout, yeah, it'd be pretty dusty. I do glue down as much as I can, but there's always a loose, fuzzy green stuff, expensive stuff, as I call it. We have 15,000 followers, family friendly, no seller buying. So yeah, I have seen people say like, is anyone interested in this, or does anyone know about this? Things like that. That's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a great page just to kind of burn some time reading stuff. I might post some pictures in there of the sharks, because I know that these are just so cool. I love these. So we'll see what happens. O Gauge forums always, yeah. But it's always great just to talk to people in the hobby, and I don't advertise the channel a whole lot. That wind, man, it's crazy. But I really just like connecting with people in there. I've met some great people, and I also see some familiar faces on there as well, so it's really cool. Exactly. Yes, it's all to help. It's not like it's non-hostile. That's the best way I can put it. Like I said, I've been even just writing comments on YouTube. I've had some years ago, before I even started my channel, I would write a comment under something like, I watched a review. I'm not going to mention the channel. It was a review on a Santa Fe, and they said that the traction tires fell off after a couple times around. It was a brand new set, and then they also explained about some defects. And then after the review was over, they're like, "This is a great engine. This is excellent." And I'm thinking to myself, you were totally paid to do this review because the thing fell apart, and you're still saying how great it is. So we'll have to see. Jeff, it's going to be O scale. It's a Jeep GP9. I'll grab that in a second here. I'll switch cameras. We'll I gotta find a place to put these sharks. So oh man. Uh, you know what we'll do? We'll run the NS engine up top. So up there, if it falls, it falls. We'll have to see. So let me bring that steam engine around. Let's see, track 2. We'll get her rolling in. Ta-da. All right. We're going to grab the NS engine. But yeah, I just thought it was so funny that the one guy, he's kind of a goat in the hobby, but he reviewed an engine. He was just like, "This is so great." And then it's like, dude, it fell apart. And like I said, this is probably about 2 years ago. It was a Lion Chief FT or F3. Pros and cons of model railroad community. Yeah, I mean it's all good. I mean I like just watching videos and being positive. You know, I don't want to put anyone down or anything, but I hate when people aren't honest. Like if a thing's a hunk of junk, it's a hunk of junk. So let's see. Grab this. Here's one. Here's two. All right. Let's see. Where is? All right, we'll do long hood forward, so we'll do that. All right. Shoo. Brian's back. Welcome. Post your videos that you do on YouTube along with this live show in the Facebook group. Yeah, I mean, if that's cool, I'll post I'll post some stuff in there. I don't want to flood the Facebook page. Oh man, but yeah, here and there I'll post in there. I don't want to like I said, I don't want to flood the page with like videos. Like, oh, it's that Nick's Crossing guy again. So anyone that's a Pensy fan, this is someone painted the shell. It's a custom paint that someone did. So this wasn't an original whatever shell this is. But if you look at the hood underneath, it says 1457. It says N and W. So someone tried doing like a renumber. So originally Norfolk Western, now it's Norfolk Southern. So I think someone bought this. This is an original Pennsylvania GP9 from the post-war era. That's what I'm thinking, because it's all metal trucks. It has the tubular, here I'll use the antenna on here as a pointer, just like school. So like the handrail here, this is a tubular handrail, which they only made a couple models with that, and the only one I could find was a Pennsylvania GP9 from like, I believe it's the end of the post-war era or the earlier MPC. But let's see. If you look at underneath here, that's like an MPC style, because the E unit's right here. So I'm not exactly sure. It's a mystery. But I actually bought this up in Altoona. I bought the shell and the wheels came with it. But then I had to rebuild the motors. So these motors are actually it's an MPC style motor chassis. So I had to take the brush plate off something else, and I ended up taking those off of my Florida East Coast GP9s that I didn't realize were worth like a little bit more because they were like limited or special edition. I'm sorry. So I rebuilt those, and then I actually had to send out the GP9s to get rebuilt. So completely my fault. Throughout the MPC era, okay. Hey, thanks, William. Yeah, it's great seeing you guys too. It's always it's fun meeting you guys in person. Puts a name to the face. That's awesome. Post stuff on Harry's page. Cool. Yeah, I'll put a couple things up there. Uh-oh, Nikki's fault. Uh-oh. So let's get this Jeep running. She's kind of loud. I actually redid the LEDs in here. Or I redid the lighting with LEDs. I'm sorry. So this thing lights up like a Christmas tree once you give it power. So let's see how she does. If she falls off, oh, she's cranky. I might actually end up locking the E unit on here. Nope, that's the wrong way. Sparky, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Alright, here we go. It should be the right direction. We'll see how she does. Nice. So far, so good. It's a GP9 pulling a passenger train. She needs a push. Yeah. Here, I'll raise this up a little bit. These are 042 up top. Oh, George, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. Awesome. Just say, grab me one too. There we go. Yeah, Vox, what's going on? So yeah, this is it's an MPC E unit, so it's very cranky. Actually, the funny thing is, all my post-wars, yeah, Uncle Fester's light bulb. Yeah, exactly. All my post-war stuff runs quiet, so here, I'll show you guys a post-war. My 624? My little switcher runs like silent compared to this thing. And that's one thing with the MPC stuff. Yeah, it leans in the curve. Yeah, I know. It's terrifying. Here we go. Where is the... Where the heck is it? So my 624 is actually silent compared to that. It's like one of my favorite, it's actually one of my first post-war pieces, but I actually restored this. Whoops. This is all original post-war. Listen to that. And there we go. Yeah, John, I don't understand why. I'm thinking it's something to do with the, I don't know if it's like the ground or something on it. But this is a post-war 624 and it is silent. So, I don't get it. Here, we'll get the sharks moving too. You guys will see them, I guess, in the back there. There we go, now we're rocking and rolling. Actually, hold up one second. I'm actually going to turn our sharks around. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there again. Let's see if I can... Here, I'll back up the sharks. Yeah, moving and grooving, exactly. Whoops. I'm going to try to move these passenger cars out of the station so we can turn our train around. How to quiet the motor. CP in Pennsylvania, GP9, loud as can be. Yeah, it's a good puller. Like that NS engine is perfectly fine. It's just, it's that E unit. But sometimes I lock them because I lock the E unit just to be, you know, I guess sound. I don't know. To kill the sound, sometimes I'll lock them up. So I gotta switch this inner station track real quick, which should be station. So here, there we go. See how far I can get these cars back. All right, we can get 2 back there, and then this car I'll just put somewhere else. So I'll do this too. All right, so we can actually turn our we'll turn our Baldwin around. Yeah, George, I love post-war stuff. Whoops. And I gotta switch the main. Okay, so we should be good. I'm gonna turn the Baldwins around. The train almost hit itself. Yeah, NW2s are amazing. They're just built like tanks. MTH Centipede. NSA, so are your trains stopping on the track? Or are they not getting enough power? I think I have a short somewhere. Yeah, it's right here, I think. Nope, that's not it. Huh. I feel like one of my switches or something. Huh. I don't know. Sorry, I missed some of your guys' comments. Can anyone tell me how it's so? A lot of those engines, if you're not giving enough power to them, they'll just stop on the track, and then it's most likely just a power loss somehow. I'm actually going to reset my power brick. Something's not right. Let's see. Whoops. All right, so the power brick, the B unit fell off the track. That's why we weren't getting enough power. Post-war trains are easier to work on, or a lot easier to work on. So, George, there's certain post-war engines that are a nightmare. I actually have to go back there anyways and grab the B unit off the track. It just fell over. But the worst post-war locomotive I've ever been in, there's two scenarios. So you have the ones that are hard to fix. Excuse me. There's hard to fix. The other side's hard to access. A 2025, which are the K4 post-war style locomotives, those are a nightmare to put back together because there's just so much stuff in the front end. But they're my favorite, honestly, favorite post-war steam engine, 2025. I've got two of them right, where are they? There and to the right of that. So they're next to each other. I'm sorry. So the 2025s, there's a smoke unit shoved in the front. They also have the light style, or the screw base light, shoved up there too. They didn't use like a bayonet style. So when you go to put everything back in, it is just a nightmare. Also, if the wheels are misaligned somehow, or someone presses them back at the incorrect timing, it's just a nightmare because the Baldwin drivers will crack on you. So it's that model is just really difficult. But the other worst engine I've ever been in were actually my Alco PAs that I love so much because someone left the battery in them. So the whole inside totally corroded out, and it was just a nightmare. And also, I think it was in a damp spot, so water and battery acid does not usually mix. Today I remove 3 022 switches from the layout and service them. Those are great switches. Number 022 switches, that's like a 031 turnout, I believe. Oh, the 700E is the word. Well, I wouldn't know what that's like because I don't own a 700E. I know someone who does. Actually, I know of one person that I know someone who owns one. So I think GFW trains. He's got a 700E. Would you buy a 624 for $100? Yes, I would. William, that's a great price for those. Mine was $75, but it was in pieces, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Did a full restore on it, and the frame, the frame was completely like rusted out. So honestly, I usually don't do this, but I stripped all the paint off the frame and I repainted it with auto paint to preserve the train. I know, here, I'll show you guys up close. I can actually get that one to spin around here. Track 2. Just so quiet. And this engine's really broken in, so it runs like a champ. So we'll get her to slowly come around the mountain. There we go. So the logo, here I'll use my pointer again. There you go. So the logo, it's supposed to say Chesapeake and Ohio. It's obviously worn off, but the frame from here over is all painted. It's a great locomotive. If you're looking for a project, this thing's loaded with features too, surprisingly. Like you have your little headlight markers, you have a rear light as well. Then you also have the 3-position E unit, magna traction, 2 pickup wheels in the front, so you're not going to like stall out on switches, especially when this thing gets flying around curves and stuff. And then the really cool thing is you have electro couplers, so in the front and rear you can throw the couplers on an accessory track, which is just so cool. I mean, they thought of everything back then. You even have a radio antenna up front, like this little wheel looking thing. It's a radio antenna. And I rebuilt this one. It was in pieces when I got it. And you have a bell as well, and then a little horn. All these separately applied detail, like handrails and stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. But yes, I would buy one for $100 if it works. And well, you can pretty much get anything post-war to work, but if it's all in one piece, that's the best way to explain it. Let's see. So what causes the smoke in a heating element? Okay, so Jeff, really quick. That's a great question. Depending on what it is, okay, so there's I forgot the word that starts with an M. It's a coil. I think it's like microm. So I forgot the name of it. One of my friends, local railroad shops, he sells those types of coils. It's like the old school white. You see the little resistor around it. Then there's a big wire that's got the cord coming off of it. So yeah, resistor. So I know a lot of the guys don't like the resistor smokers because they say, oh, they burn up and that and that. This and that. I buy the resistor. What do you call it? I buy the resistor smoke kits because they smoke a lot. And nichrome. Okay, so I was pretty close. He sells the nichrome coil, and he swears by them. He's like, they won't burn up. They won't do this. I've seen them burn up. And you always run them with smoke fluid. So if you see your engine not smoking, just put a couple drops in there. It'll be fine. But I put all resistor smokers in my post-war engines. I convert them from pellet to liquid. And I know a lot of you guys may not like that, but I rest my peace. I'll say this. I've seen so many locomotives that from the post-war that used smoke pellets, and they've come in contact with moisture, and the wax pellet residue has caused a reaction which corroded parts on post-war steam engines, like the front or the pilot trucks. Great example is my 681 turbine I just bought. I had to do so much grinding, like soft wheel grinding and polishing, to get that residue off. With liquid smoke, I believe it's I'm sure it does something, but I'm pretty sure it's not as abrasive to metal when it comes in contact with it. Like JT's, I only use JT's smoke, that type of thing. Nickel, nichrome, wire, whether it be a resistor type or the old original types. Oh yeah, that's good to know too. So my local train guy is pulling my leg. He told me the resistor style. He's like, technically it's the same principle. It's a resistor. It creates heat. You ground it to something and it heats up. But resistor smokers, I've only seen one fail ever, and that was because most likely the owner wasn't running it with smoke fluid, or the other option was I think the ground fell off. So things like that. Yeah, yeah, William. Yeah, they're excellent. These 624s. I call mine naturally weathered because someone just beat the crap out of this train, but it runs so nice, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's my first post-war switcher. Runs like it's brand new. Um, but really quick, I'll get into the switcher in a second. You guys might be intrigued to find out a little bit more about it. So when I updated all my post-war engines with the liquid smoke or liquid smoke conversion in a way, which is the same as a pellet. You just don't mix pellet and liquid. It creates a horrible mess. Um, when I did that, it actually, I think it helped prolong the engines because I'm able to just run them with smoke fluid instead of finding pellets. I think I have pellets. I don't have any pellets with me right now. Railfan Rogers out. Uh-oh. That was a Danny, what's his name? Oh, God, I watch his channel too. He'll be like, catch you out in the high iron. Um, oh, never mind. But yeah, man, I'll see you later. Thank you so much for stopping in. But yeah, I love post-war stuff. I convert them all to liquid smoke just because. I would like to, this sounds really funny, but I would like to get a old bowl smoker, put an old school smoke unit in there, and put pellets in it, and just run it, just build a building or something that uses pellet smoke just to get that nostalgic smell. I think that'd be kind of fun. We manufacture the liquid smoke unit kits. Thank you for using them. You're welcome. They're awesome. I buy them at shows all the time. One of my friends up north in Red Lion, Pennsylvania, which isn't that far, he sells a lot of those. It's actually Red Lion Train Depot. He probably buys them from you. Pine scent. Ooh. Do I have pine scent? No. Oh no. Oh dude, I'm glad I caught that. Look at this. So it's a bottle of cedar scent, but the plunger fell off. So if this would have fallen, it would have had liquid smoke everywhere in my drawer here. But I have cedar. Do not get cedar. This is super smoke. Cedar, it stinks. It's real bad. Okay, so Harry, so yeah, Red Lion Train Depot or yeah, Red Lion. Okay, yeah, so I have all his smoke units in these engines right here. So yes, these are all your smoke units in all my post-war engines. Oh man, that's great. I will say like the MTH Proto Smoke, this stuff's pretty thick, so the viscosity of this has been interesting. So it's clogged up some of my units, but JT's Mega Steam, I can back them up. Jeff the Railroad Enthusiast. Smoke pellets. Oh, man. Here we go. Here you go. Here's a couple in here. SP smoke pellets. It's before liquid smoke. So it's, from my recollection, it's wax. These look like, I think another reason they stopped making these because they look like pills or candy. So you have a little pellet. Looks just like a baby aspirin or baby aspirin. Let's just go with that. This melts and the residue that's created, it vaporizes into smoke. So it's kind of melting and burning the pellets. They smell great. I love the smell of smoke pellets. It's just they make a mess. In my opinion, they make a mess. So, because a lot of people, this sounds kind of weird, but not everyone runs trains all the time. So back in the day, like a lot of post-war stuff I found, it's usually like attic fresh. So the family runs the train for Christmas time. They leave the smoke pellet residue in there. They tip the engine on its side, or it's in a damp space. So the engine becomes kind of roached out because of that reaction with the moisture and the smoke pellet stuff. Brian Rock, thank you so much for coming in. Hope to see you soon. Michael, max radius on this is only 54. So 054. Eventually, I'd like to go up to like at least 80. To try to get some larger pieces on the railroad, but not at this layout, not this hobby room, at a future location. Oh God, I have liquid smoke from the 90s too. So if you guys remember these bottles, look at this. This is actually, is this from? Oh man, I forgot where I bought this at Strasbourg years ago. Actually, you know what? I think I bought this at MB Klein when they were down in Baltimore City. So at least 20 years ago, at least. Looking for the date on here. I can't find the date. But this stuff's pretty old as well. But this is diesel smoke, and this stuff smells great. I put this in the GP30, and it's just awesome. And it's got a little baby funnel on here, so you can just pour that right in. Don't really make a mess, and then you just give it a couple pushes on here. Yeah, stuff smells just like diesel. It's awesome. Brain damage from... Oh no. Yeah, God only knows what secondhand smoke I'm getting up here with these smoke units. Especially that diner, you know. Here, all I have to do is flip a switch. And then, here, we'll add some vanilla to her. Let's see. We'll add some smoke fluid. There we go. It's like my Lionel scent diffuser, not a sponsor. I'll let it heat up, and all of a sudden I'll just funnel out the top, and then yep. Can hear it churning away in there. Harry, thank you so much for stopping in, and also thank you for the links for the ERR boards. I'll give you a shout out when I do that, and if I see any blue smoke, if I fry any of those boards, I'll let you know so you can laugh at me. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Have a great night. Stay safe. There we go. So, let's see, I'll turn this, well, I'll leave it on for a while. Here. We'll do a split view. So, here we go. There you go. So you can see the diner smoking it up here. So, the 624 switcher, which is up right there. Once the camera decides to move. Let's see. It's frozen in time. Still frozen. Here, let's do one of these. Oops. Camera's frozen in time. I don't know what's going on with that. Alright, so the 624 switcher, once the camera decides to come back to us. So when I picked this switcher up, the crazy thing with it is that the rollers on the inside had a nice indentation on them, so I think they ran this engine with Super O track. I know a lot of guys will say it's a myth, it doesn't mess up the rollers, but I think that thin rail in the center really does screw up rollers. It could be a myth. I could be completely wrong, but I don't own any Super O track. I know a lot of guys are into Super O. I think it looks really cool. I wouldn't mind having a loop of it, but maybe flatten the center rail a little bit so it's not as abrasive. But this engine probably ran in a circle under a Christmas tree for years because the I think if it's making a left turn, I guess it's a left turn, the wheels are actually ground down to follow that contour of a left turn. But this thing just runs, and as of right now, I'm running it in a left circle. Lackawanna John, thank you so much for coming in. Have a great night. Let's see. Uh oh. Track 2. Uh oh. I messed it up. I think I shorted out the engine. Alright, here we go. This engine's actually so quiet, we can just leave this run. What is your most precious child engine? Oh, man. So I was making sure that was alright. Honestly, the 624 is up there on the list, but my 2025 Silver Dome, that's like my baby. And I actually bought that at Iron Horse Trains up in Hanover. He had it sitting on a shelf with the boxes, the original post-war boxes from 1947, 48. Amazing. So we can actually run this. We'll run the 2025. So let me bring around the Sharks one last time. Oh, the Sharks are shorted out. I totally forgot. Mega Steam. Smells like coffee. Sweet. That wind is crazy, guys. It is nuts. I actually feel the house like do one of these. I'm in the highest tower. This is the roof of my house. Like right here, that little indent that goes up like that. That's my roof. How far are you from the Enola Yards? We are about an hour, which would be, if I get the job with Norfolk Southern, that would be one of the yards I would be working at. So, yeah, it's a big yard. I think it's considered one of the largest classification yards in the world. It's either that or Conway. If any of you guys are familiar with Pennsylvania Railroad, look up Conway Yards. It's a classification yards. It still has the old buffers, and they call them retarders, but they lift up the track and lower it like this to slow or increase the speed of classification cars. So classification yard is basically the car is not powered by an engine, it's just gravity, and they lift or lower these. They call them retarders. I know it puts resistance on the car, so it's like a brake or a speed increase depending on where the car is at, and they lift up, I believe, using pneumatics, a lot of air power, and these airbags would go lift it up. So Conway is a huge yard, and I actually have a friend of the channel. He is going to school for NS in like 2 weeks, and his yard might be Conway on top of a couple other Pittsburgh division yards. If Lionel made a Legacy Thomas the Tank engine, would you buy it? Michael, I don't want to disappoint you, but no, I'm sorry. It would make a heck of a lot of attention. It'd be a great review. But yeah, no, unfortunately, I would not. I would not buy a Thomas Legacy engine. I have many other things on my list, but that's a funny one, man. That's great. I like Thomas. I still have my Thomas trains as a kid, so I'm not knocking Thomas. I'm not knocking the tank here. Yeah, Smoker's churning away over there. Let's see. Also called hump yards. Yes, correct. You'll see cars. As a kid, I would laugh. Haha, do not hump. Haha, like, not knowing what that meant. But hump yards are basically the car is let loose. Like literally, look, if you guys haven't seen them, Google it. It's amazing. You literally just see cars traveling on their own. No engines or anything. No, and sometimes you get guys with handbrakes on top. But I think it was the Pennsylvania or the Southern Railroad found out that a car in a hump yard could not travel more than like 5.2 miles per hour and couple to another car without catastrophic damage. So the golden miles per hour of a car was between like 3 and 5. Now a car could travel up to 7 miles per hour in a hump yard, but that was after the it's before the second set of retarders. So you could have a car at cruising speed at 7, and all of a sudden they would come up and brake the car and then lower it slowly to lower it down to right around 3 miles per hour. Now, the Pennsylvania actually did testing on this. I don't want to like bore you guys with that, but they actually would crash cars and stuff to figure out what that optimal miles per hour, would be. So the goods, because these cars would be loaded, they're literally, what do you call it? They're organizing trains, so classifying trains. So they're stacking them up. So these cars were loaded with goods, and from a secondary yard, I would suppose. So the cars would be put into their desired trains. What did you apply for? I was a trackman and machine operator for chassis system. Whoa! So you might I've got the, not the Conrail. I don't know if you would like that, but I love Conrail. But here you go. There you go, chassis. That's an older one too. Someone made that sign. I applied for a conductor position. $220. Yeah, they do have a Strasburg Railroad Paradise. I have seen that one. That's really cool. Sugar maple is strong. Also have the Christmas pine. I had a really good Christmas one. Is it in here? Let's see. Of course, I have Big Boy Steam. That's like one of my favorites. Cranberry Woods. This is a really nice one. Girlfriend approved. So Cranberry Wood smells like a Yankee Candle. It's really cool. Hey, thanks, Coverdale. Yeah, it's it's been a great experience so far with just interviewing with NS and everything. It's been a really just great experience. It's slightly terrifying, but I think that's every new opportunity and job in this world. What's the Conrail love? The color. Oh no, I smoke. I'm gonna turn off the smoke unit. It needs smoke fluid. It's crackling away. With Conrail, it's not so much the color scheme and everything. Even though I love that color, I enjoy Conrail because it's basically the takeover of, after Penn Central. Penn Central was a fail compared to, from what I heard. I know some guys might, I like Penn Central stuff. And I think it's kind of cool that Conrail was kind of like the Penn Central, 2.0 in a way. They're still running old power and things. So I think it's kind of cool to see nowadays Conrail stuff that used to be like other railroads, like Pennsylvania, New York Central, B&O, C&O stuff. It's kind of cool to see that old motive power. And then NS bought a lot of Conrail stuff. So it's just kind of part of the heritage, the lineage and the heritage of that I enjoy. But I do understand, there is a lot of... I originally was not a Conrail fan at all. I was kind of like, ugh. It's the railroad that ended my favorite railroads. But after a while, now that I'm a little bit older, and I look up engines that are either NS or CSX when I see an old Jeep or something, and I'm like, oh, cool, it was a Conrail. So it kind of opened up my what do you call it? Like world of what the trains were. It's kind of cool. Candy cane, yes, that was a good one. I almost bought that. Candy cane, that's awesome. Penn Central crashed cars all the time. Yeah, they did the federal funding video of the car. It's a box car just going. All of a sudden, it just goes, falls over. $10 million, but you have to create a railroad. Oh, wow. I have to at least 5 locomotives, at least 1 steamer. What'd you do? Oh man, you talking about real money, like real $10 million? Are you talking about a model railroad or a real railroad? That's not enough money. Um, Michael, no, no, I'm interviewing with them tomorrow. I've got my last interview with NS, and really excited for that. It's. Oh, my wheel just broke off one of my cars. But yeah, I'm extremely excited for that opportunity to at least interview and everything. I'm hoping it works out, but I'm ecstatic. It's gonna be amazing. Favorite heritage unit on NS? What's your favorite steam engine? Jeff, that's a great question. So I've only seen, well, actually being up at Enola Yards, I've seen a lot of really cool heritage units. So, and also I was up at the Taylor Yards in Scranton. We saw the Penn Central heritage unit. That was kind of cool. It was very simple. It just said PC on it, so it is what it is. But the what do you call it? The 911 was probably, that's the other one I've seen. That was cool. And then I also saw the Wabash. The Wabash was cool. I like that a lot. But I also saw a bunch of Operation Lifesavers. I think I like the Lifesavers the most. I saw two of them up at Enola Yards on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. And I just like that look. And I think Conrail also had Operation Lifesavers. So I do enjoy that. I thought that was really cool to see that. But, oh, steam engine. Favorite steam engine. Man. Favorite running steam engine? I would say... it's a tough question. I love Engine 90 from Strasbourg, but I've seen 425 at Reading and Northern, and here's my argument with that. So 425, they open her up on the main line when you get on the RBM&N. They just open her up, and you go about 35 miles an hour behind a steam engine. That's one of the only places I've ever been to that they'll actually open her up, and you actually feel that power, and that you hear the sound of 425. It's ear piercing. It's amazing. So I would say 425 is probably my favorite working steam engine right now because of just the experience I had at the Reading Blue Mountain in Northern, just experiencing that engine. I love Engine 90. That's one of my favorites. It's a huge engine. It's a decapod, I believe. So I think it's only one of the last working decapods. But 425, I love Pacifics. Pacifics are my favorite like mainline engines. So I'd have to say 425. Just because of that whole experience I had. Yeah, Jamie and I were up at Jim Thorpe, ran in the open air car, and also we were able to go up in the cab of 425. That was just amazing. Real railroad. Okay, so I'd buy a bunch of Jeeps. Give me a bunch of high hood Jeeps. Here, let me grab this wheel I dropped. There we go. Yeah, I buy a bunch of Jeeps, and yeah, definitely. I love Jeeps. He's like, yo, that's nuts. Yeah, I got an interview with them tomorrow. Interview number 3. So I'm really hoping for this one, guys. You know, my current job, it's not a bad job. I enjoy it. It's just I saw the opportunity to work for the railroad, and I'm going to take it. Like in life, you have to take opportunities before they're gone. Looking forward to see the Lionel version of 90. Yeah, Rob 412. I saw 8618 at the Lionel, or not Lionel store, at the Strasbourg gift shop. They had 8618, so that was kind of cool. It's $500 though. So ooh. So 4 Jeeps. Steam engine. Oh man, I'd get a K4S, but that would cost more than $10 million. They're priceless to me. I'm just kidding. I wish I could get a K4S, man. That'd be my well, Michael, I'd get a K4S with the superheater on it and the water feed pump. so I don't have to worry about an injector. So it'd be A-okay. And it can go on basically any track. Oh, what kind of Jeeps? Okay, so Jeep 30. Okay, I'll do 4. I'll choose 4 Jeeps, okay? Ready for this? A Jeep 30, because I love that shape of those. I get a Jeep 9 or a 10 conversion. Probably a Jeep. I'll do a Jeep 10. So it's still a high hood, but it's converted from Conrail. I get probably a Jeep 38-2. And the last one. Oh, man. Just to change it up a little bit. Get a Jeep 7. I love Jeep 7s too. So they just don't have the dynamic braking, that's all. Hey, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this. It's going to be awesome. What if you had to get a haircut? Yeah, right. I was at the when I was at the Enola Yards, I saw one of the guys down there. His hair was like all the way down his back. So I think I'll be fine. This is actually pretty short. This is tame. Look how short my hair is. Look at that. About 2 months ago, my hair was down my back, like really far down my back. And I kind of miss it, but this is growing in, just in time for summertime. 39, 10, 38. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Yep. Hopefully you can ride behind the K4 real soon. 1361 being restored. Yeah, I hope so. It's according to Altoona. They that wind. Holy crap. According to Altoona, it's a 30-year project. That's what I heard. It's donor based, I'm sure. Donor funded, but I am getting kind of nervous about it because I heard it was called a 30-year project. So I think that's their intended finishing point. By that time, the engine will be 100 and... Well, I thought K4s came out in 1920, 1919, something like that. So the engine would be, 130 years old? Something like that. That's nuts. Seriously, 130-year-old engine. So, but yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Rob. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I'll look pretty. I'll put on a nice button-down shirt and look my best. I actually have to clear off my desk for tomorrow, but it'll be all right. It'll be perfectly fine. Didn't know about the K4. Yeah, Michael, check it out. 1361. So the Spirit of Altoona. It's gonna be amazing. That engine used to run. Well, K4s would run on my local railroad here. Back in the day before the Northeast Corridor. So K4s, we had K4s, H10s, a couple other models, and then Atlantics would actually be in the Atlantic. So they ran Atlantics down south. NSA, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. Maybe 5550 and 1361 will double head. That'd be kind of cool. Don't know. I honestly wish they got the Atlantic at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum working, but they did a beautiful cosmetic restoration on that thing. It's crazy. I love Atlantics. They have the huge, giant drive wheels. They're as tall as me. If not, I think they're 60 some inch drive wheels. It's nuts. 63, 67 inch drive wheels. It's crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna call the stream at 10:30 so I can get to bed, get in a full night of sleep, and then I have to go work out. So we'll run some more trains. My Baldwins are stuck, so I gotta crawl under the table. But we can run we'll run the switcher around. I'll do a split screen here. There we go. Tracks cam. Hey, thank you, Rose Jewel Railroad. There's not a lot of model railroaders that work in the field. Yeah, and the other thing is too, I've heard. Actually, now my power block isn't working. All right, so I might be done running trains tonight. It just shorted out. So I think it's because the Baldwin shorting out the command base, or it's sending a signal back to the command base saying like, "Hey, something's bad." Yeah, it just clicked. So there's a short up top. So whatever. But I think a lot of the things I've heard about when you apply for the railroad, a lot of guys will say, "Don't mention that you're into model railroading. Don't mention that you like watching trains, things like that." I think it's kind of ridiculous because like I I I explained to the management at NS, I was like, I love trains. I want to be a part of the history and the heritage that pretty much built this country from the ground up. Like railroading, at least in Pennsylvania, railroading built this state with the all the industries that used to be here or are still here. It's in my opinion, it's just so important to have that in the back of your mind. Like, hey, you're a part of history. You're a part of the heritage that built the country and the states, the United States. So it's kind of it's very powerful to think of. Hey, good night, Florida Railroad. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'll keep up on your videos, man. They're awesome. I love seeing those. The Florida units are sweet. Hey, good night, Radar. Thank you so much for stopping in. Work because of Thomas. Yeah, the thing is, I just thought it was so interesting that I've seen a lot of guys saying that like, hey, don't mention you like trains, because they'll think you're a foamer and all this. I'm not a foamer in the sense of like I don't flip out when I see trains in a yard or something. I'll say, oh look, there's a train. That's awesome. Let me go take a look. I like observing and respectfully distancing myself. Let those guys work. They're working the railroad industry is actually one of the safest jobs out there, but there are a lot of things that can go wrong if you're not careful. That's the best way I can word it. Everything's about safety, but the foamer stuff I've seen at like Strasburg and Western Maryland Scenic, guys running in the middle of the gauge of the track just to get a stupid picture of a train. That stuff is like, I understand why they wouldn't want that at the railroad, because they're going to be so concerned about, getting that, experience getting in the way of things. So I totally understand it, but I'm not like that at all. I'm actually friends with a lot of railroaders. I'm friends with a lot of railroads, and a lot of those guys could see that. They're like, hey, this guy is a little bit different, so let's not, don't group him as a foamer. Do you plan on putting an antenna on the roof of those for a train scanner to pick up the train? Oh, train conversations. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, bad. Yeah, Tom, that's true. I like all trains. That's very true. But I like to give like I said, I'm an observer. I'm not like I've seen it. Like I said, I've seen it in so many railroads. Like people just getting in the way or being like completely disrespectful. Like I was at a railroad museum and I saw kids climbing all over stuff, trying to go inside of things. I'm like, there's a sign that says don't climb, just respectfully observe. Don't even do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to be a farmer. Yeah. No, it's all good. I mean, I love trains too. It's just there's a certain line, you got to follow. Yeah, built the steel industry, built the railroads, built America. Exactly. There's a lot of that. I'd like to be a part of something that's. I feel like if I get this job, I feel like I'm actually a part of a heritage and a history. It's kind of powerful, like I said. Oh God, run the layout, run your. Oh geez, be funny. Rob412, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. And where are the parents of those kids? Yeah. Yeah, like I think the worst thing I've ever seen was one of my friends was up at Macungie and a kid jumped in the track. So those NS engines up there, they're on a straightaway and it's charted track. It's not like uncharted, no signals or anything like that. It's charted tracks. They get they'll get a high green and they'll just fly. So they go about 65 in there at McCungy, and this kid jumped in the middle of the gauge to get a stupid picture of a train, and RJ had it on his video camera. He did a video of it. It was nuts. And this kid's like in the middle of the track. The train's blowing its horn, and I just could not believe it what I was looking at. So it's a crazy, crazy foamer world out there, and just you got to be smart. You know, trains don't stop either. I always tell the cats, if the cats are up here in the train room, I'll say, trains don't stop. You got to get off the track, and I'll honk the horn and polite. I'm very like, I'm not mean to the cats. Like, I've done a couple emergency stops because they just want to stare at the train, but you know, kind of get the same reaction from people standing in the gauge looking at trains. Oh, a train scanner. Well, if I get the job, I'll have a radio, but I think I'd want to turn that off once I'm home. DB Tech, so you go in for training, you become a certified conductor. So it's like a certificate, I'm assuming. But it is, I think it's 2 weeks down in Georgia for training. And then after that, you're with your trainee or a trainer or conductor trainee for, I think, 13 weeks, 14 weeks. And then after that grace period, you become a certified conductor. So, but you're in training for at least 2 weeks. That's what they told me. And you can't fail anything more than twice, I believe. But I think I'll be fine. The only thing that's going to make me a little bit nervous are signals. There's so many different signal patterns and signals that you have to know on the railroad. So you're basically dealing with 4 different types of signals. So you have position lights, you have like dwarf lights, and then you have the NS signals, and then you have like other railroad that they incorporated, like the Conrail signals, as they call them. Oh god, make sure you have your ear pods in. I love hearing the trains, just, you know, no earbuds or anything like that. I love it. I saw a comment up here. Someone asked if I ran any CSX. I think that was a... Oh man, I hope I didn't miss it. Oh, here we go. Jeff the railroad enthusiast. Do you ever run in CSX trains when you're layout? I have one tanker car that's CSX, and that is... It's on my workbench, but it's perfectly fine. Breathe and don't overthink. Exactly. Just gotta be myself. You know, that's the best way to do it. Honestly, with everything in life, just be yourself. You know. Yeah, Tom. Exactly. I've seen people almost get hit by trains because they're just looking at it, and you're just like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" And then you don't realize where you're standing, where you're positioned at. Then it becomes a horrible, situation. Not even an accident. It's a horrible situation. But I've seen that at Strasburg a couple times with 611. Just people standing way too close, getting yelled at. And I did talk to those guys up there. They were like freaking out, because those guys don't want to see anyone get hurt. It's a very safe railroad and everything, but they don't want to see anyone get hurt. It's very traumatic to see someone get hit by equipment or anything like that. I've seen a couple people get actually hit by a machine. The arm of a machine was coming around like a bucket arm, and some guy got pushed. He flew like 20 feet in the air. It was nuts. No one wants to see that. I mean, then you have to live with that. So it's it's a dangerous. It's a job that can be dangerous if you're not careful. Just like everything else in life. Driving a car, exactly the same way. But guys, I'm going to call the stream. It's a little bit after 10:30. I've got some stuff to do tonight before tomorrow. But I thank you guys all for joining me for this awesome Monday Runday. We got the top loop running. Got the Sharks trolling the tracks down there. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for videos. So tomorrow I'm going to post I'm going to edit it tonight, actually. Tomorrow I have a video coming out of the anthracite high railers that I met up in Scranton this weekend. They were really, really cool guys. Really knowledgeable and just a lot of fun to talk to. I could have sat there all day talking to them about trains, but they had to pack up and leave, and same here because I had to drive almost 3 hours back home. So yeah, that video will be up tomorrow. I'm gonna work on it, and it was all shot on the phone. Didn't have my camera with me at the time, so bear with me there. But anyone watching that's new to the channel, always consider subscribing. And until next time, everyone, happy railroading. Have a great week. I'll keep you guys updated on NS as things go along. So, shoo. Oh yeah. Thanks everyone for tomorrow. Thanks for all the kind words. It really means a lot. Yes, Tom, I will. Yeah, Tom, I'm gonna send you. I'll send you the TPC when I get some money to burn on postage. All right, everyone. I'll see you later. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you. Have a great night.